Hi everyone, welcome to Understanding Your Dreams for Study Abroad course. In this video, as the title suggests, I will introduce you what this course is all about. Before I get started, you all should thank yourself as you cared enough to invest in this course. I can promise you that this course will eventually invest back in you, your career, and your future, irrespective of whether you decide to pursue postgrad degrees abroad or not. Through this course, we will go on a journey together to help you understand your study abroad dreams. Our prime focus will be on master's programs in science, technology, engineering, and math fields, which is commonly known as STEM in none other than the United States of America. This includes MS, which is Masters of Science, STEM accredited MBA, and several other STEM accredited master's degrees. Having said that, this course can definitely be helpful for you, not just for masters in the US, but for other post-graduation degrees in the US and even across the globe. Why do I say that? Because along with deep insights into masters in the US, this course provides you with solid objective structure that can help you evaluate your other study abroad dreams. By the end of this course, you will be able to translate this methodology to evaluate even MS in Canada, PhD in Singapore, traditional MBA in the US, and so on, by yourself, for yourself. Given that you're able to research on the several dimensions that we will be covering in this course. And just remember, going forward, whenever I say masters, I'm actually referring to STEM masters. Now, before I introduce you to the structure of this course, I want to share my motivation for creating this course. I will explain some hard truths about students who pursue masters abroad. This explanation is based on my interactions with students in my batch when I pursued my MS Computer Science in the US. And it's also based on my interactions with graduate students from other universities in the US or Canada. Honestly, this is a reality across different domains, universities, and even countries. 99% of the students who pursue masters either don't have clear reasons for why they're actually pursuing it, or even if they think that they have clear reasons, their dreams are not fulfilled because the reasons are far from reality. Now, let me explain this through a very specific personal example. I came to the US in 2019 to pursue MSCS. And for context, in the US, summer internship applications and interviews for the following year start in the fall semester of the current year for most companies. For example, if you're coming for fall 2025 in the US, that is when majority of applications and interviews happen for summer 2026. Fall semester in the US is from August-September timeline to December. And in my case, it was from September 2019 to December 2019. And this is usually the first semester for most students because majority of graduate students intake in the US colleges happen in the fall. By the end of 2019, many of my master's batchmates were disappointed as they did not have summer internships lined up, especially because they had seen some of their friends, peers getting those internships. And this was obviously due to multiple reasons, right? Even luck being one of them. But one reason that stood out from majority of these students was simply because they started preparing and applying for these internships later, leading to them missing multiple opportunities. Even if they were highly skilled, had some years of work experience, had undergraduate degrees from IITs and other top colleges, they missed a ton of opportunities. So at that time, I asked many of them, why did you guys start preparing late? Why did you start applying to companies late? Why did you start giving interviews late? And the answer that they gave me was quite shocking. But what was even more shocking to me was they actually believed this was the reason. They said they did not get enough time from the master's coursework, as generally the coursework for graduate students is quite hard. But they did not get time from it seriously. It's like saying my teeth got yellow because I did not get time in my life to brush my teeth regularly. Either they chose advanced courses for first semester because they wanted to learn more, or they wanted to study under a particular professor, or they took more credit, or they spent time hanging out with the new friends and maybe going around the city to explore, or some other reason. But if you think of it, they prioritized coursework and other things more over internship preparation. And now reaching the goal of full-time job just got harder for them. Whatever the reason may be, the bottom line is by December 2019, they were disappointed. Getting internships is actually what leads an international student to secure a full-time job afterwards. And this is a goal for over 90% plus of international students who come to pursue masters abroad. So if I have to summarize, their actions in the first semester did not complement their goals. This leads to my main point. They did not have clear reasons or believed in impractical reasons from the get-go. In the end, they did not or could not prioritize internship prep over other things in their first semester, costing them stress, instability, hectic second semester, loss of many big tech opportunities, and on top of that, COVID beginning 2020. Now just take a moment and imagine their second semester stress. And I literally witnessed it with my eyes as it happened to my friends and batchmates. And this is the common story for every batch. And unfortunately, what causes it is primarily their own decisions, leaving luck aside for a few cases. And note that getting internships by first semester is just one situation. This impractical decision making, as I explained above, happens across coursework planning, getting part-time jobs on campus, enjoying college life, finding housing, saving tuition, cultural integration, long-term opportunities, and anything else that you can imagine related to pursuing a degree abroad. Only 1% of total students, even less I think, join master's programs abroad with a clear head. That is, knowing what they are going to face, what their goals and priorities are for first semester, first year, and so on, what their backups are that they can rely on, and most importantly, they are able to fulfill their dreams because first, they have thought deeply about it, and second, their thought process is much closer to reality. I strongly believe I was one of them, and my thinking and my actions led me to achieve a lot of my own dreams related to pursuing a master's abroad and also life in general in the US. To put it very simply, you need to have reasons, that is your whys, and you need to be practical about them. You should be self-aware of why you want to pursue a degree, why you want to study a particular course, why do you want to study in a particular country, what does it actually take to pursue a degree and live in that country, what your order of priorities are as of now and what they're going to be in the future, and so on. Having practical reasons for all these big questions will eventually lead you to be in that 1% category. This is a very important prerequisite before you actually even start thinking about preparing for your profile, preparing for your exams, and eventually your master's applications. My single biggest aim for this course is to lead you to be in that 1% students category who knows what the reality is and is equipped with everything needed to A. Understand your master's stream through this very first course, and if you decide to pursue masters, how to act on fulfilling your master's streams through later courses. So in this course, we will go over why and why shouldn't you study abroad. Why and why shouldn't you pursue masters? We will dive deep into USA as a country. And in this, through a series of videos, we will discuss about salaries in the US, taxes and savings once you start working full-time in the US, reality of immigration in the US, and various other opportunities available apart from your full-time job in the US, and some other very special and important videos. Next, we will also be diving deep into the program details, that is of pursuing masters in the US. In this, through a series of videos, we will discuss about details of the master's programs, various degrees, various part-time jobs, funding and scholarship details, tuition expenditure, on-campus life, and some other important videos. Next, we will also discuss about if financially, masters as a degree in the US makes sense for you, short-term and even long-term, both. And we will also discuss about why I chose MS in the US even after having a fully funded MS Admit from Canada. It will help you get a perspective of my situation. Almost all of the videos that I have created won't be merely surface level talks. These are insightful videos that are applicable to majority of scenarios. During my time, there wasn't anyone sharing these insights through a course or some sort of mentoring. I had to research a lot of it online, talk to multiple folks, or experience them on my own. But I am here for you, and I welcome you again to this course, and I will see you in the next video. Peace out.